Howdy, it's Jim Morado, and we're in Nancy, Kentucky. This is very late May 2021. This is a little area I just like a lot personally. It's just a fun, very rural area, not too far from Somerset to drive around in, and there is a significant Civil War battle that was fought here. And if you watch to the right, actually, I think we might have already passed it. There's Haney's, which is one of those apple orchard kind of places that are always fun to stop at, especially in fall and those kind of times. They sell, lots of peaches, fried apple pie, that kind of stuff, apple cider. It's a nice place to stop. It was not open on the day we were here. In fact, our timing was a little off. We went down on an off Sunday, and kind of affected some stuff. And watch to the right also, because I'm going to pass it. But there is the Mill Springs National Battlefield Monument Visitor Center. I guess that's how you say it. And it's also by the National Cemetery there also. The Mill Springs National Cemetery. And I had to look those up because those are always tongue twisters. But yeah, I believe it was the 421st unit of the National Park Service. It was signed in back in 2021. Yeah, so it's a Civil War battlefield driving tour that they do. There's a museum there. There's the cemetery. And you can, if you stop at the visitor center, they'll give you a little driving map of how to go and kind of see what happened during the Civil War. If you look on my YouTube channel elsewhere, I have put up us doing that driving tour, and it's definitely worth doing. It's a lot of fun, and we like it a lot. The visitor center is very nice, and like I said, as of I believe September of 2020, it is now ran by the National Park Service. We stopped there on this trip a little bit later as we were driving around, and we talked to one of the great park rangers there. I believe her name was Miss Friedman, and she was really, really nice and gave us a lot of good information. I know at the moment it is free to go visit their visitor center museum, which is an incredible bargain. It's a really nice museum, lots of relics, lots of life-size dioramas too. It's well, if you look at the video I put up again about that battle, I do go through the museum there. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm kind of excited about the battlefield and about the museum. Yeah, I kind of get a little tongue-twisted talking about it. I love it so much. This particular day, we drove down because if you follow the battlefield driving tour, there's 8 stops that kind of go away from the visitor center. And then there's a couple of more stops that you have to drive about 45 minutes to get to. It's kind of out of the way, and we'd never done those other 2 stops. And one of those is a mill, and I'm going to put up a video about that later. Right now, we're actually driving to a new coffee shop in town that I thought was pretty cool too, and I wanted to mention it. And it is the Battlefield Coffee Company here in Nancy. And it's, really walking distance from the visitor center if you're up for a little walk. Yeah, this would be a great place to stop at in the morning. Come by, get your coffee, and then go do the battlefield tour. So we stopped here and we got some coffee. My wife got a maca or matcha drink. That's what she's into. And it's an attractive small coffee shop. They have a drive-through window area, and the inside is decorated with Civil War themed, I guess, decor. They have a cool coffee mug there. I love those kind of clay stone mugs. They've done a good job of exploiting their name and logo as a good coffee shop should do. I walked out. Yeah, I bought one of those blue shirts right there. I had to have one. It's just kind of cool. It's kind of a nice souvenir from your battlefield tour if you come down here to do the battlefield tour. It says Nancy, Kentucky on it. It's a cool shirt. And there's their menu. I do wish they had a seating area. They do have a couple of tables outside. But, the only thing I could fault them is I just wish there was more room for seats. However, the place was doing gangbuster business. We were there for probably 10-15 minutes. We chatted with the polite, fun staff. And man, I bet 20 people came through inside while we were there, and they had a line going through the drive-through. But I like what they're doing a whole lot, and they're right by the visitor center. And hopefully Nancy will get more visitors just for having, their battlefield, as part of the national park system. So check that out.